if he's going to start, if he got time to, do our fantasy basketball league. But yeah, man, we are in the building. Let me do something here a little bit because for some reason my live is not up. What the fuck? Excuse my language. But it's not showing. Why is my live not showing? Let's do this again. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, now we live. So I know it's here. All right, so I'm here. But yeah, man, we're gonna talk about a few things, man. A lot of things has going on with the NBA, NFL, NHL season has started. I don't know for sure if the Flyers won last night or not, but they had their home opener last night. Uh, what else happened this past week? The trades, NFL trades. Um, if I miss anything, let me know. But man, once y'all in here, please hit that like button. If you didn't subscribe yet, hit the subscribe button as well. Comment so I can, give you a shout out and say thank you for joining me today. Um, but yeah, we're gonna eventually get right into it. I want to see if I can get a few more people in here. I know a lot of everybody is probably a little busy right now. If they're not at church, like Kay, more than likely. Um, but yeah, man, it's been a great week for me. Work, of course, and I got a chance to be here with you this Sunday morning. And guess what? We will have a recap show because I'm off tonight. We will have a recap show tonight. So we will be recapping all the afternoon games and then giving our predictions for the Sunday night game and our prediction for the Monday night game. So we will have two shows today, and I'm happy to say that. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, in 2 weeks, my schedule changes. So my schedule changes in which I will be leaving for work, not unless I can get off on Sundays. My schedule will be 12 to 5:30. So with that being said, I don't know how it's going to work out, but hopefully Kay can hold us down during that time. But I am trying to get off on those days so I can continue the show as need be, as I've been doing at 11 o'clock a.m. And then if I was off on these particular days, like today, I would do the recap show of the afternoon games with the Sunday night game and the Monday night game predictions. But if not, I might try to even do it off my phone at work, even though that would be terribly horrible. 'Cause where I work at, it wouldn't work out. I don't think. Or I could try to do it in the car on my way to work, the morning show. But I don't think I'll be able to be really attentive to do it at that particular time. But hopefully Kay can hold it down. If not, we'll figure something out. We will figure something out. Whether that's I have to do the show probably on a Friday night or whatever. But something we'll have to give. What up, B? He said Cow Bums got much deserved bye week. Well, we playing in this bye week, and hopefully we win this bye week. That's how I feel about this. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna get to that too, brother. I was definitely gonna get to that too. But yeah, I'm hopefully we can win this bye week because the way things look, every day is a fight, is a game. Every weekend is a game. How you doing, B? How's the little one doing? Well, the little ones, but the newborn and everything. How's everybody doing? Y'all still might lose this week. Yeah, very true. Very very freaking true. I did my first uh what you call 'em? You said loose and lose. Yeah, I know. It's you, B. I understand. I did my first. I'm trying to learn how to do the what they call them shorts. So I did a short the other day. I did a short the other day, and I got like 100 something views on it. It was a little short Cowboys on the Cowboys or whatever. So if y'all happen to see it, just scroll on that joint, comment, and hit the like button or something. uh, you seen it, V? Hold on, I'm trying to wait for your post to show up. It ain't show up yet. I see it on YouTube. Oh, there we go. Your YouTube shirt was elite. Yo, I appreciate that, man. That was my first time doing it, and I found the program that can do it for me, so I won't have to do it myself, and I could just edit it a little bit if I need be. But I did that for the first time and just watched it myself, and I was like, this is cool. Long as I don't have to do the editing part, I'm good with it. So I think I found a good program that allowed me to it'll chop up the video for me, and then I could just go behind it and just adjust it how I want it, or just let it fly. But it was cool. It was cool to see it, and that was my first time doing short. Shout out to SB. Shout out to Best of Seven podcast. Shout out to my man BA. So BA, get your bars up. So if y'all into the battle rap, it was a battle rap this weekend. Cassidy was supposed to battle John and Don, but Cassidy wound up being sick. So I know my man BA probably was on top of that battle. So if y'all into the battle rap, please holler at him on his YouTube page. Get your bars right. Get your bars up. I'm sorry. And shout out to SB Real Takes Over Fate Debates. And shout out to Best of Seven podcast, my man Seven Mitchell. They all been telling me, yo, you gotta start doing like little shorts and stuff like that. And then I was like, I ain't got time to be doing editing. And then I think SBBAN Seven said there's a program out there. You gotta find it, or I think they sent it to me, but I just never did it. So I finally did it, and I got like it's like 17, 18 shorts that they cut up for me off my video, which was cool. And I just posted one just to see the reaction that I would get, or see how many views it would get. It's short, which is good. That's why I call it shorts. But it was a good rant that they clipped out of the conversation. Uh, what I was ranting about my Cowboys, and it was cool. And it's another one too. It's another clip I gotta post, but I just wanted to see how that one worked, and it was cool, man. It was real cool. And then to see the views, and got a couple people commented. And I had this one kid dude commented, but I guess the YouTube, the internet keyboard gangsters and shit. Gotta say something slick, but it's all good. And then I forgot my man name who was in the comments. Uh, I forgot his at, but I'm gonna figure out who that was and give him a shout out, because he got right back at him like, yo, at whoever the fuck the boy name was, and it was like, it's blase blah blase blah. So I'm gonna definitely give him a shout out for saying that. But I took the bigger road. I took the higher road. I said, I thank you. I appreciate you for locking, commenting. I appreciated that, because you did exactly what I wanted you to do. Comment. You know what I mean? And I understand this is the internet, and you got a keyboard. More than likely, the energy ain't the same if we was to see face to face, which more than likely we won't see face to face. But thank you for the comment. You know what I'm saying? I'll be the bigger person in this. You know what I'm saying? But you always gonna have those people. And shorts and stuff is built for my understanding of, to get momentum towards what you're doing and things like that. So I had to dumb it down and think about what I was going to say before I started typing. So, but that's how I responded. But man, yeah, man, it was great to see it. It was great to see it. Like I said, I'm trying to really push the podcast. We're trying to get to these 1,000 subscribers so we can get monetized. So, yo, I need y'all help. I need y'all help, man. If y'all know anybody that has a phone, which is everybody, anybody close to you, and they on their YouTube, yo, holla, lock in with my boy in the basement podcast. Hit that subscribe button. just go to the likes and watch it for a minute or two, and then hit that like button on the videos, man. We've been doing it for almost 2 years now, but it's been great though. I enjoy it. I had a little hiatus, of course. We always talk about it, but yeah, man, it was great to see. If you in here, please hit that like button and hit the comment so I can give you a shout out. I appreciate y'all locking in. But like I said, we're gonna be talking about some things. We got a few things to talk about in sports this week. You know, sports news, college football, WNBA finals is tonight. We're gonna talk about that, NBA preseason, fantasy football, and then we're gonna get into our predictions last but not least. But that's what we're gonna do, man. And I'm loving this setup that I got now. That's that I'm working on it to make it look very like ESPN-ish. It's real sports show-ish. And I can't wait for me and Kay to really lock in so that we can really be on one accord in doing it and teaching them how to utilize it in this manner as well. But yeah, man, in this week in sports, let's see something. See, I can change the ticker as needed. Let me change that to the news. Oh shit news. That's what I call it. In the basement. Oh shit news. So that's the stuff that's going on today in the sports world. Um Really in what I say in sports world, we had some trades. Uh Riddick ends his holdout at the Jets, so I know Kay's happy about that. East Carolina fires a Coach Houston, amid three in the 3-4 start. Yankees to the World Series. Man, it's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on. But one of the big things that happened, or two of the big things that happened this week was Devontae Adams is now a Jet. Devontae Adams is now a Jet, y'all. And it was spooky, but at the same token, I'm hoping it works out for him. But I don't know after this year or quote unquote next year, will that trade be worth it to him? Because he might be stuck in the same place he is right now. Of course, also happened. Amari Cooper was traded to the Bills, which lets you know that the Bills really miss Diggs and amidst all the Josh Allen slick talk that he's doing without saying Diggs' name. Let me see. I think it was some other things that happened, but I can't remember everything off the top of my head. And I tried to write notes this time. I did write a little notes. I got my little notepad for my little details of what's been going on for a couple other things, as far as college football, WNBA. I'm trying to get better at this, man, so I can be floating through things as we're talking, talking about it. But yeah, Amari Cooper was traded to the Bills. Yeah, so that's Amari Cooper traded to the Bills was one of the headlines, and also Devontae Adams to the Jets. My opinion on the Devontae Adams. So my opinion on the Devontae Adams. Please hit that like button when y'all come in and comment. Please comment so I can give you a shout out. I appreciate y'all locking in with your boy Step, one half of the dynamic duo of K. Next step in the Basement Sports Podcast. One thing like I said before, not say Cal, but I was about to get on my rant again. The Jets is a great pickup, but at the end of the day, the quarterback is still the quarterback, which means that it's going to be more targets to Devontae Adams, which may allow others to get open as well. but they're gonna force the Devontae Adams, uh, Aaron Rodgers connection. You know he's gonna start forcing that right away, trying to make that happen. Please, I appreciate y'all locking in with me. Hit that like button as y'all come in and comment so I can give you a shout out and say I appreciate y'all live on air. But Devontae Adams to the Jets, it could be great, but at the same token, it could be bad too because Aaron is still playing Aaron football. There's nobody throwing the football, throwing interceptions besides Aaron. There's nobody playing bad football. He still looks like he's hurt, but he's trying to, suck it up. Pause.
Pause. You said something.
He's trying to play through it, which I can understand that a little bit. But at the same token, if you're not ready, you're not ready. But then you're trying to push the blame on everybody else when it comes to the mistakes. Because the interception, you blame the receivers for not being in the right place. How about you threw the ball, you underthrew the ball. You tried to blame Mike Williams for that last throw. Mike Williams was wide open. He had to come back to the ball. He lost his footing and it got intercepted. That's not on Mike Williams. That was you. You threw the ball. You threw the short pass. So the Devontae Adams going there could be a great thing for the rest of them, but I think Mike Williams will be the odd man out in this because they've been having issues, and he's had a lot of drops this season too as well. Um, but Amari Cooper had just as many drops. I think Amari Cooper and Mike Williams is the leaders in drop passes this year. Oddly to say, because Amari Cooper is usually a sure-handed receiver. Um, but Devontae Adams being there, and then all of a sudden he was just crazy. Two of the things he was in the background, like it was real spookish the way that Aaron gave him the and Devontae come back. That was real.
Pause. You said something gay.
That was real suspect. Hey, Black Psychologist Podcast. What up, Dr. Kyle? He said good morning and salute. Next up, where is the number one Jets fan? I don't know. I texted him and asked him was he going to join the show this morning, and I ain't heard from him. So he probably in church. You know what I mean? He's probably in church getting his blessings. You know what I mean? He's the family man, the family man now. So uh hopefully he'll reach out and we'll hear from him. But Dr. Kyle as well, Dr. Kyle's Black Psychologist Podcast. He's also, like I told y'all before, he runs our fantasy football and basketball. Basketball season is coming. I don't know if Dr. Kyle's doing what we going to do, but it's on Dr. Kyle to let us know what we going to do with the fantasy. He's the CEO of the fantasy football and basketball drafting and leagues. El Presidente. So, but yeah, so Devontae Adams going there, it could be a good look, and then it could be a bad look as well. Because, like I said, on both ends of the spectrum, you have one end that says is a good look for the organization going forward this season. But after this season, the negative is will Aaron Rodgers be here? So then who's the quarterback after Aaron Rodgers? And Devontae Adams, I think he has 2 to 3 more years on his contract. So then you might be back in the same situation you was when you was at the Raiders. So do you ask for another trade again? We need to know that. Like, is it worth it, or this is one of those I'm gonna push myself out of there as well once Aaron goes. We know y'all knew what was going on. That's why Aaron kept on saying the things that he was saying. So we'll figure that out eventually. I would love to hear what y'all got to say about the Devontae Adams trade, but as well as Devontae Adams being traded, then we have Amari Cooper being traded to the Buffalo Bills, was giving me the sign that they missed Diggs and they needed a playmaking receiver. That Josh Allen was saying that he's happy about everybody not worried about stats and all this other stuff. So it comes to find out that they needed somebody with that dominance or that rapport that can be dominant in the wide receiving core. I think it's a great pickup for the Bills. I forgot what they gave up to get him, but I don't believe it was much. Over in Cleveland, I think there's about to be a fire sale, and they're gonna just have to start over. I think they're gonna try to find a way to get out of the Deshaun Watson contract, whether it's let him just pay him and get him out of there because he could be holding them up. I'm not sure if he'll be playing this week. Jameson Winston might be starting this week because they just might want to have some a new look, this new feel to see how and what can happen. Is it worth us just buying him out or whatever the case may be, or just keeping him on the books and he can go play somewhere else like a Miami or something like that that need a quarterback right for the moment until Tua get back. Russell Wilson has been pushed to the starting position in Pittsburgh. So but Amari Cooper going to the Bills I think is a good look for Josh Allen. If Amari can get his hands together because he's like I said, he's leading the league like I think one or two in that top three of drop passes this season. But he's still one of the best route runners in the NFL and can get open at damn near any given time. And he's reliable. So the Bills picking up Amari Cooper was a great acquisition. Acquisition. That's what I was about to say. Acquisition. See, I almost messed that word up too. Um, Black Psychologist Podcast said for the B-ball fantasy, I told Casey last week and earlier this week to touch base with you and get the names of the folks who are interested, so I could send out the invite. Never heard back about it. Well, I had never heard anything from Kay. I haven't talked to Kay since maybe a week or two ago when he was on the podcast. Um, so I didn't hear anything about him. But I would say this: just send it out to everybody that's in the football. And if they want to get into the basketball, let us know how many people agree to it, and then we could go for it from there. If we got to start it late, that's fine too. I mean, after the season, because the season starting next week. So if we got to start it in 2 weeks, that's fine too, as long as it's early. It don't bother me none. You know what I mean? It's all in fun. You know what I'm saying? With a bragging rights at the end. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Heem. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lance. Our first 2 years running the fantasy football. They were the champions. Heem won the first year. Lance won the second year. Who won our basketball last year? I don't know who won it last year. I just know that everybody just, I think, started slipping because there's so many games. So a lot of people just let the games just, whoever your lineup was, you probably forgot about it like I did at one point. And then periodically I would just go in there and change something. But I know it wasn't me. I ain't win it. But yeah, I would say do it that way. Just send it out to everybody that is in our football fantasy. See what happens, and then we'll just I'll post it or talk about it on the pod. Or post it on our on the Instagram and stuff like that. Cause I got to start utilizing the Instagram and social media stuff, and tell them that we having a podcast. I mean, the fantasy basketball, and if people respond with their emails or whatever, and then we can send it out that way and go from there. That's what I would say. That's what we gonna do. Let's do it that way. Um, that's we talking about this weekend sports. So yeah. So but other than that, man, football. I think it was a couple other little trades, but it was nothing of significance like how the Amari Cooper and the Devontae Adams trade was. Um, what you call 'em, Riddick has reported to Jets now. I guess they squashed their beef. So now K is starting to look a little good now. You know what I'm saying? Now that Devontae era and Riddick is back in camp. So the fire and the salad has changed a lot. Changed a lot, but we'll see starting this week, I believe. I do believe y'all play this weekend. So we'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. If there's anything else in sports that as far as news, let me know that we can cover or speak on it, and we'll talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And if you can inform me on something I didn't know about, that's cool too. It all works here. You in the basement with your boy Next Step and K. Oh man, hit that like and subscribe button, comment, let us know that you here so I can give you a shout out. I appreciate y'all locking in with me. One half of the dynamic duo, Mr. Step himself. We will have a recap show tonight, this afternoon. I should be back from my little outing. We will do the recap to talk about this afternoon's games, predictions for the Sunday night game, and predictions for the Monday night game tonight as well. So that'll be around like 7:15 as well, like last week. Was it last week? Excuse me. Last week or the week? I think it was last week that we did that. But yeah, man. So on to the next. Let's go. In college football, bam. I got my little notes. You know what I'm saying? In college football, 25 the top 25 teams, 17 teams was in action, in which only one of the teams out of the top 25 teams, 17 that like I said that was in action, uh was upset. And surprisingly, that team was Alabama. Alabama has lost another game. Alabama has lost to Tennessee, the Wolverines, Tennessee Wolves. You know what I'm saying? 24-17. Alabama falls to 5-2. Tennessee, who was number 11 at that particular time, goes to 6-1. So now we know. We know something now. It's going to be an uphill struggle for Alabama the rest of the season. A big uphill struggle for Alabama the rest of the season. Though Alabama has that rookie freshman, I forgot his name, Williams. That boy tough. He's a man. He's a grown man. Uh, but they are struggling somehow, some way, and what they won this, they lost this week. I think they won last week, and then they lost the week before, which was I think they played Georgia when they lost. It was the Georgia Alabama game, so it had to be yeah. And but Alabama has lost. They fall to 5-2. Tennessee, who was number 11, Alabama is number 7 at the time. So I think that's going to flip flop. If not, Alabama will fall even further down in the double digit rankings. So they fighting for their life. But with the new FBS system now that there's 12 teams available to be in the playoffs, so they still have a chance, but they're gonna be fighting because it's still what that's what 7 games, so it's still another 5 games left in the season. College football plays 12 games in the season, so we'll see how that works out. Outside of the FBS, the talk always going to be about Colorado Buffaloes, Deion Sanders, and the Colorado Buffs. They put a whipping on Arizona this past week, which was a great win for them. Colorado not falls, but they go to 5-2 on the season, which is significantly better than the previous seasons prior. And then last year they was 4-7, 4-8, something like that. They started off hot and then they cooled off. But Colorado also could have won that game last week against Kansas State. Some unfortunate incidents towards the end of the game, we'll say. I thought it was pass interference against the Kansas State player last week, but they didn't call it. Um, then they gave up 2 big plays on defense for Kansas State to go down and score right away. So easily, the only game they really lost was against the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Um, but they could be 6-1 right now. But fortunately, they're 5-2, which is 1 game more than the wins that they had last year, which is good for Colorado. Uh, Deion say trying to get Miss Peggy to a bowl. So as of right now, they looking good. They're looking very good. I don't know what their upcoming schedule is right now, but they're looking good as far as record and how they've been playing. Even though last week they gave up like damn near 300 plus yards in rushing, which is bad. This week they offense and defense and special teams played pretty well for the most part. Everybody had their blemishes, but for the most part, they did very well this week. And shout out to the Colorado Buffs and the supporters and the school. Um, it was a great game to see. I caught parts of it. I was a little busy, never could sit still, but that was good. That was good. On to the next topic. The WNBA finals is tonight. WNBA finals is tonight, y'all. The WNBA finals is tonight. Game 5. Win or go home. Win or go home tonight, man. When I say I've been catching some of the game, not all of I haven't been able to watch all of it. I will not lie to you. I've been catching some of the games. But these games have been highly, 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 highly competitive. Right now, the series is tied 2-2, of course. In the WNBA, they play best of 5 series. So tonight at 8 o'clock on ESPN, Breanna Stewart and Sabrina going against the Lynx, whom are headed by, let me look because I can't remember. Courtney Williams, Kayla McBride, and Alana Smith. They look to win the Lynx will, if they win tonight, they will have their 5th WNBA championship. That will be the most WNBA championships ever. I think Houston may have 4 as well. Cynthia Cooper and them was there. Uh, but the Lynx look to win their 5th title. And these ladies are looking to put their name up in the rafters with Maya Moore, with the likes of Maya Moore. Um, who else is on those teams? Maya Moore, Fowles, Augustus, and Wait, Welly, Whalen. I think that's her name. Last name was Whalen. But yeah. So that's going to be a great game, man. That's going to be a game for the first time in since 2019. The WNBA Finals is going to a game 5. A game 5, the first time since 2019. When I say these games have been highly competitive, all games have been within 2-3 points, except for one game, which was game 2, and I think New York Liberty won by like 14 points. Um, Shout out to these ladies, man. Shout out to the ladies for continuing to put on great basketball for these other young ladies to watch and and understand that there's an opportunity there. Hopefully the funding will get better for them, but we are looking at some good basketball. And this season, shout out to Angel Reese, shout out to Caitlin Clark, shout out to Asia Wilson. Uh, Shout out to all these ladies who has put an eye on WNBA and women's basketball. I'm a great. I love to support the women's game. Um, Once I was a coach of women's basketball, college and AAU. So I'm very big on supporting the women's basketball. Um, but the New York Liberty are looking for their first championship, which you would think that New York Liberty would have had a championship by now, with the likes of when they were trying to make Rebecca Lobo the face of the WNBA. Shout out to Rebecca Lobo. She had a great career at UConn, but then she wound up running into a bunch of injuries as she started that WNBA career. Um, as we know, the game 3, of course, came down to the big shot by Sabrina Logo 3 step back, which was seen all over the world. I was going to have that video, but for some reason I didn't upload it to the podcast, so I won't have it, unfortunately. But as you see right there, uh, the Dr. Kyle said something. Dr. Kyle says the WNBA playoffs have been very competitive and entertaining. Tonight's game five will not disappoint. I say the same thing, Doc. I say the same exact thing. And the good thing about what I had was streaming. When I stream, I can put multiple screens up. So now I can watch the football game and I can have that game on at the same time. You know what I mean? So if you do have that option, I would say tune in. Make sure you tune in, yo. Please tune in. Support these ladies as they're trying to push the WNBA and these women's basketball to greater heights. And the support has been great. Shout out to Caitlin Cart and Angel Reese for the attention that was brought to the WNBA this past year. But shout out to Asia Wilson and Brianna Stewart and everybody else who's been there for so many years prior to them two reigniting the support for the WNBA. Um, but yeah, shout out to Dana Taurasi. This might have been her last year. This might have been her last year. Definitely one of the goats of the WNBA of women's basketball in general. But shout out to her. But yeah, tonight, game five, Lynx versus Liberty. Tonight at 8 o'clock on ESPN, y'all. Tonight at 8 o'clock on ESPN. Win or go home. Lynx versus Liberty. Brianna Stewart and Sabrina versus the Lynx, whom are led by Courtney Williams, Kayla McBride, and Alana Smith. Please lock in to the WNBA finals tonight. It won't disappoint, especially the way the first four games has gone. So, with that being said, man, tonight at 8 o'clock, ESPN, Lynx versus Liberty. Support our ladies, man. Support our ladies, our women, our these young ladies, and are trying to do something to keep their jobs here in the states. Put it that way. They're trying to stay in the states to make their money, and it's well deserved. It's well deserved. So once again, Lynx versus Liberty tonight at 8 o'clock on ESPN. Please tune in. That's what I got for that. Um, Next up, NBA preseason. Uh, what we gonna talk about? We gonna talk about Paul George being out for the Sixers. Joel Embiid hasn't played, which is really I don't think it was necessary anyway. We are talking about Sixers right now. Then recently there was a injury to Tyrese Maxey with his thumb that said that he may be out 2 to 3 weeks maybe. And I watch YouTube a lot. The injury seemed to have been kind of like blatant what the person did. Yanked his hand, squeezed his thumb like while running beside him, hit it. It looked real suspect. I will say that. It looked very, very suspect. But for the Sixers to have now another injury just to be sidelined, though I think I like the team with the players that they do have. Um, Joe will be there at the beginning of the season. So they will still run the system through Joe at the beginning of the season. Though he said that now he don't think he'll be playing back to backs for the rest of his career. Now I have something to say about that. You're getting paid to play every game, and now all of a sudden there's a chance that you may not. Yo, what's up, bro? What up with you? What's up with you, man? I just shouted you out earlier. This is my man, Real Takes Over Fake Debates, SB. Salute, my brother. Salute to the chat. He said, what? I seen the shirt when you was crying about your cowboy. Bro, I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you, bro. I'm listening to you. You was one of the first people to tell me. You, then Seven Mitchell, then BA. That y'all all been, I finally did it this week and just to see how it worked out. And it was cool. It was definitely cool. I like to see it. I like what I saw. I got like a few hundred views already. A couple people commented, but it was cool. It was cool, and I found the app to do it, so I don't have to do all that editing stuff because I'm not the editor. But bro, man, yeah, you told me to do this about a year and a half ago. SB, that's my guy. That's our brother. He's one of the pillars of the show. Met SB. He just happened to watch the YouTube. He started being on the show almost every week. SB has his own show, Real Takes Over Fake Debates. Um, him and I forgot your partner, your co-host name, but but I'll I always lock into y'all show and everything. But I was like, man, when I did it and I finally posted, I said, SBC, that he gonna be proud of me, man, because he been telling me to do this for a little bit. No problem. If I got a gym, I'll always pass it on for sure, bro. And I'm definitely gonna get out there to Chicago as soon as I get a chance. Sean, that's his name. Sean, that's his name. Sean, very, 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 very intuitive to the sports world as well. He's like K for me. Him and K, they very knowledgeable. I freestyle, but I know a lot of stuff. But I like to freestyle because I don't want it to be everybody's on the same wave, like you know, in the way of they entertaining. I like to be off. I want to be the wild card when I say things. K is very strategic in understanding of analytics and things like that, and that's what Sean is. Sean is very like that. I like to see when Sean talk. He's like very to the point. But yeah, what's up, Sean? Shout out to Sean over at Real Takes Over Fake Debates, my man. But yeah, SB, I was really intrigued, and once I found the app and I let it break it down, and then there's a couple other clips I want to put on there, which is cool too, from my rant. And then they broke down like a couple clips when I was talking about Baker Mayfield and things like that. So it was cool. It was cool to see, especially if I don't have to do it myself. That was the problem I had. I was going to have to do it myself. And then when you told me about the app, I finally had some time to buckle in and look at it. And I was like, let me just see how it works. So now I'm gonna have to subscribe. I mean, pay that little bread because that joint was cool. And to see the views, and then I got you got the keyboard gangsters. One boy said some fly shit, called me a doofus and shit. But I was being a bigger person. I said, thanks. I appreciate you locking in. You did exactly what I wanted you to do, the kid. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. That it was cool. Um, SB, how you feel about this preseason? I know your Chicago Bulls or your whatever teams that you know you like whatever your bullshit at Chargers and when we yeah. But SB, yeah, let me know how you feel about this preseason, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you got time, I can, bring you on the show as well too if you want to. But if you don't, that's fine too. But I appreciate you locking in. Please, y'all hit that like button as y'all come in. Like and subscribe to the channel. Real Takes Over Fake Debates. You can like and subscribe to his channel over there. He does a hell of a lot with sports. Um, and he has his own network he's working on. And we supposed to been part of that network, but a lot of things had happened this year, so we haven't been able to really lock in together again. But we're gonna be able to lock in again, bro. I'm telling you, we're gonna be able to lock in again. I'm trying to get myself together. You know what I'm saying? Had some changes I had to fix and get some things done around home and stuff. But yeah, Real Takes Over Fake Debates. Lock in with him on YouTube. Great analysis and great content creator. It's it's cool so far. I didn't pay too much into it. Yeah, I wasn't either. And then I just was going over like a lot of the stuff. Okay, that's what you doing. My team rebuilding too. I'm with you on that. He said, "You already know. Just let me know for sure, dog, for sure." Um, but yeah, there's a lot of talk about the Bronny James. We don't hear too much. Like I said, the draft is not the same anymore, man, and it's hard to actually even watch preseason. With you used to have that anticipation to watch certain players play, and now it's just like Yeah, I'll wait for the season to start. Right now, the only thing that's holding feet to the fire for the NBA preseason is the Bronny James storyline, and without that, nobody's talking about the NBA preseason. Everybody just more worried about the season starting, which starts next week. Um, but the Bronny James story, I think he's getting a lot of heat because of his father, which is expected. He's definitely getting a lot of heat because of that. Black Psychologist Podcast said Luca, Clay, and Kyrie. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, we hope Luca can play with Kyrie. Ha! Like that wordplay. BA will love me for that one. Bars. They looking Clay off right now. You don't need to talk about Clay until the season start, bro. Let's just say that Kyrie gonna be Kyrie, Luca gonna be Luca. Clay, that's a wild card right there, bro. They looked him off a few times last game I saw, but I ain't gonna talk about it. I ain't want to talk, so you ain't heard from me. Yeah, but only thing that's holding on to this NBA preseason to giving the attention is the aspect of Bronny James. Everybody wanting him to fail, which is sad to see. Everybody mad at his father for using some of his authority, his status to get his son in the league, in which I'm pretty sure that any of us that have kids will say if your child is deserving and it might be a little hard for him to do it on their own, if you can help them, that you would do it. And I'm one of those people. I'm not gonna sit here. I have family members that look out for me all the time. To this day, it's because of their status or whatever the case may be. You have family members and friends that do the same damn thing, but because of who he is, he's getting this torture, and everybody's trying to say that he's not an NBA player and things like that. But there's so many kids that young adults or young men that's in the NBA, and you'll be like, yo, he's not that good. But being as though it's Bronny, everybody's taking a liking to try to slander the young man. I think Bronny has potential. I'm never going to say that he's going to be a star or anything like that, but he definitely has potential. Um, and then he has the circle to make him great, make him be as best as he can be if he really wants it. This is not like the Michael Jordan, the Moses Malones, and who else? Ralph Sampson and there's a few other when that Houston team had a bunch of former NBA players, um, kids on it, and none of them panned out. You know what I mean? Patrick Ewing's son did pretty well at Georgetown, and then came to the NBA and was had a like short career. But Patrick Ewing's son wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like there's that spectrum where you're putting so much pressure, trying to put pressure on Bronny because of his father, and everybody want him to be his father. He has a game somewhat to his father, but he's not his father. We have to understand that your kids will never be you exactly. They may have some of your traits, but they'll never be you. And for to see people just constantly try to make him feel bad, he has a bad shooting night. All NBA players have bad shooting nights, but it's just a microcosm on him because it's him. But the last game he had 16, 17 points. But then nobody's talking about that. But they'll say, look who he's playing against. Well, the same teams that he was playing against when he didn't have no points, when y'all was killing him, is the same teams he was playing against when he just had 17 against Golden State. So everybody's quick to put the onus on him when he's not doing well. But when he do well, everybody's quiet. I think it's unfair. I wish it nothing but the best for the kid. I think he's a great player. I had the chance to coach against him with my godson, and I was playing against him in Ohio. We used to go to this tournament in AAU, um, LeBron James tournament in Ohio, in triple threat. Shout out to Eric Worley. Um, and we, went there, played against him, played against his son, and played against Mikey, and But to see the growth that he's had, especially with the issues that he had with his heart, and to see where he's at, give him that opportunity to see where he can be. But he's only going to be as far as he's only going to take the game as far as he wants to take it. It's not like he needed. That's the problem that I think y'all don't understand. And then some people use that against him. But at the same token, he has a dream. His little brother is just well, I think what you're calling better than him. Honestly, that's the scoring wise because Bronny doesn't look to score. He looks to make plays. But his Bryce is a dog. Bryce is a dog. And shout out to Carmelo. What's his name? Cayenne? I forgot his son's name. But he's a player. Gilbert's son. Ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And do y'all say the same things about Melo's son when it compared to Melo? Nobody's saying nothing like that. Nobody's saying nothing like that to Gilbert and his son. Because well, I ain't going front. Carmelo is one of the top players ever in basketball. You know what I'm saying? So Gilbert, barring injury, was going to be that guy. He was that guy, but that injury just really messed him up. Shout out to Gilbert Arenas in the Gilbert's Arena. Um, and the guys over there, Kenyon Martin, uh, what's his name? McCants. Uh, what's I can't think of his name. I can't think of his name. It'll come to me eventually. But shout out to the Gilbert's Arenas in the Gil's Arena. But yeah, man. I think Ronnie has a chance. Just don't. If everybody expecting him to be on the floor so much and it's forced, then it's gonna be a problem. But if they just slowly but surely just give him some spot minutes periodically, he'll be in the G League. He should be in the G League. He needs to get comfortable dribbling the basketball because he will be a point guard. There's not going to be a two guard now unless they put him on the floor with another guard where he can sit in the corner, which they've been doing. But sometimes they periodically put him on the ball. But he still looks shaky when he making passes and stuff. He looks really insecure about that. But yeah, man. So Alfie, what up, bro? What's good? What's good, my man? That's my man Alfie. You know what I'm saying? That's Debo. Debo. We go to Alfie crib. We have our pool tournaments and things like that. Good brother, man. Appreciate him. I appreciate him greatly. Appreciate you, bro. But yeah, I just think that there's a lot of onus put on Bronny. But like I said, nobody talking about him since he had a 16-point game. But then the fact that the 16-point game is going to turn around to be, well, he did it against such and such. The same such and such is that he didn't have no points or 4 points, and y'all saying that he's not an NBA player. He has potential. And the draft nowadays is all about potential. You can't say that. Everything is potential or motor. There's no more dead eye. We see number one picks, number two picks, all top five picks right now. You don't even know who they was the last few years. And if you do know who they are, Evan Mobley's and stuff like that, they not doing nothing crazy. They just like solid basketball players. So we got to take that off. We got to take that off of his shoulders. Y'all have to do something about that. It's a personal beef because if it was your child, you wouldn't want that same ridicule that y'all trying to put on him. But other than that, in the NBA preseason, isn't really nothing really to talk about. We are anxious for next week to come. Um, like I said, we may have a NBA fantasy basketball league. If it don't start next week, it'll probably start the following week. Dr. Kyle was on here already. He already inquired about it. Kay never got back to me. He's been a little busy, so hopefully now that me and Dr. Kyle, we're gonna send the emails out to those of our in our fantasy football draft. I mean fantasy football league. And then if anybody else wants to join the NBA fantasy basketball league, go on my Instagram or you can go on my Facebook page and message me with your email address. So Dr. Kyle, send it to Dr. Kyle and or you can go to Dr. Kyle's Black Psychologist podcast, Instagram or his face Facebook, and DM him, and we'll get that email to you and let you know about the draft. We will do the draft live like we did the NFL fantasy football draft live on the air. So we will definitely do that as well. You in the basement with your boy Step, one half of the dynamic duo. K probably at church getting the blessings. Um, but yeah. Shoot, I forgot to bring the shout out to S&T Smokehouse Barbecue. My man Sean and Netta, Smokehouse Barbecue here in Smyrna, Delaware. I'm getting the clip up, so getting clips together. So hopefully, maybe later on, if I have time, I can have a little promo thing for that. They have Smokehouse Barbecue. They have a rub and a barbecue sauce they're about to start putting on the market. But if you ever in Delaware and the truck is on that corner or at that event, please make sure you get to it. Ribs, brisket, mac and cheese, greens, um, uh, homemade coleslaw, bruh, bruh, bruh. I'm trying to tell you, I go to their crib and ask for coleslaw just by itself, and I ain't never been a coleslaw eating person. This homemade coleslaw, whoo hoo hoo, Jesus, take the wheel. But yeah. I mean, they have everything. They got the sandwich they make with the brisket, the coleslaw, and the sweet bun. I'm getting hungry thinking about it. But yeah, S&T barbecue, Smokehouse barbecue, and I can't think of her cake delights. I can't think of the delight. The promo will be here soon. We working on the promo. Alfie, we gonna work on a promo for our tournament too, for the pool tournament. We gotta create a logo and stuff like that for when we do that. So shout out to the fellas, everybody here that enjoys the tournament. It comes to the tournament, the late ladies have a good time, everything. But yeah, on to the next topic. Fantasy football. I am getting shellacked in. And I ain't even gonna bring up the old one because matter of fact, I will post the old one, but I will tell you the new scores. I have to bring it up on my phone. The league standings. All right, so as of last week, SB, you see the overlay. I'm working on something, bro. Working on something, bro. I know you see. I know you see. I know you see. I know you see. Um, but NBA, my fantasy football. All right, so fantasy football last week. This was the scores, right? We had Will in first, L's legendary team in second, Legends in third, True Champ in fourth, K's Clippers in fifth, Los Polos Armandos, which more than likely is my man Lou. He's in sixth. Then we had Dr. Kyle, his India Express in seventh. And yours truly, Step himself in last place at a rapid speed. But I'm competing, right? The points is over there. You see 694, 652, 605, 603, 580, 574, 548. And mine's the highest of them all, 515. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I started off good my first week, and then after that, it's been hell because everybody's been getting injured on my roster or questionable on my roster, or if anything can happen, it can happen to me. Step with vengeance. It can happen to us. My fantasy football team is like my Dallas Cowboys. I'ma just keep it a buck with you. We there. But right as of right now, the points total. Will's still in first place. He has 845 points. Indy Express. Oh no, it's not. Let's do it by points. Hold up. All right, so they don't do it by points on here. All right, so all right. By record, Will, aka the champ, is still in first place. Indy Express is Dr. Kyle. He's 4-2. Will's 5-1. Indie Express is 4-2. L's legendary team is 3-3. Legends is 3-3. True Champ is 3-3. K's Clippers fans is 2-4. Los Polos is 2-4. And yours truly is 2-4. All I gotta say to them is
So you entertain me with your bullshit.
because this is what it's looking like right now. But if we go by points, point totals, Will is still in first place. He has 845 points. Then we have L's legendary team, which is particularly the same order that we have there. But his point total is 807 points. After that, we have K's Clippers fan. He then moved up to third in points. Wow. K has moved up to third in points with 717 points. After him, we have Legends with 712 points. After him, we have True Champ with 695 points. After him, we have Los Polos with 688 points. Then after him, we have Indie Express, which is Dr. Kyle and myself. So Dr. Kyle is 664 and me at 608. I'm trending right now in the wrong freaking direction. I'm going down.
So you entertain me with your bullshit.
Off, wrong button.
Pause. You said something gay.
I'm going down. But that's what it is with fantasy football. But we're about to get into these predictions, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get into these predictions for this week's football games. Do I have the prediction drawn up here? All right, so I don't have it here. Hold on, let me see. Let me see something real fast for y'all so I can put that up. Let's see here. Do I have it on here? All right, I don't. So, last but not least, we have the NFL predictions. So, the game day matchups. This week, we had, oh, that's Monday night. I don't want Monday night right away. Hold on. Hold up. Oh, Jacksonville played. Oh, Jacksonville played New England, so they had the what you call. They had a game in London. I didn't know that. I didn't pay attention to it. Rather, so Jacksonville currently is winning the game 32-16 over New England Patriots. So let me see if I can find that game. On here. Excuse this. I thought I put them in order. There it is. No, it ain't. Why is that still there? Something wrong. Something wrong here. All right, there we go. So the Jacksonville Jaguars are playing the New England Patriots, and it's only a few seconds left in the game, and Jacksonville is currently winning. So we don't have to predict this game, not unless y'all want to predict it. I predict that Jacksonville will win. I guess I won. You know what I'm saying? 32-16. Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence gets his second win. We'll see what the results is going to be going into the following week because now I guess Doug Peterson saves his job for another week or so. Trevor Lawrence ain't going nowhere. So, with that being said, New England falls to 1-6, and Jacksonville Jaguars go to 2-5. Sunday, Seattle and Atlanta. So that's what we gotta find. Because that, oh, there we go. Okay, so the next game up we have with our predictions right now, we have Seattle versus the Falcons. Seattle is currently 3-3. Falcons is currently 4-2. Seattle's coming off a loss. I think Falcons is coming off a win from last week. My prediction for this game is that the Falcons win. Falcons win. Score. Let's just say, let's put it in the 20s. Let's say Falcons 27, Seattle 21. No. 27-24. 27-24. I'm going to make a game close. 27-24. No, I ain't going to do 27-24. That's too many points. I don't think it's going to be that many points for Falcons. Let's do 24-17. 24-17, Atlanta Falcons win. So let me know what y'all feel about the games as we predict them. Predict these winners and losers. My prediction for this game is Falcons 24, Seattle 17. Next game up. Let's see if this goes the direction I want it to. This is tripping. This is why. Buffalo and Tennessee. There we go. Buffalo, Tennessee game starts at 1 p.m. And you know what? I can change it in here. Let me see. What is it that I'm doing wrong? Maybe it's me, y'all. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. Let's see here. Maybe it's me, y'all. Let me know. No, that's not me. That's not me. I don't know why it's doing it. But all right, so the next game we have up, we have Bills versus the Titans. Uh, Bills with the new acquisition of Amari Cooper. Titans are being the Titans. Sorry to my little brother Taylor, who's a Titans fan. Shout out to my man Biles Hayes, who's a Titans fan. I can't think of anybody else that's a Titans fan. Oh, you know who else is a Titans fan? Uh, my guy. Dang, who else is a Titans fan? I can't think of Jeff. My man Jeff, DeVos. Yeah, Jeff is a Titans fan. Sorry for y'all. Bills go. I'm thinking Bills is going to make this a blowout. Mari Cooper going to get a touchdown today. Bills win. Uh, 32-13 Bills over the Titans. Y'all give me y'all thoughts. Um, this game ain't gonna be nowhere near close. I don't believe at all, not one bit. On to the next game. Hey, that went the right direction. How about that? Next game up, we have the Bengals versus the Browns. Bengals coming off a huge scoring win last week. Browns coming off a trade of Amari Cooper, and I think it's gonna be a fire sale over here in Chicago and Cleveland. And Bengals going to win this. I got Bengals winning this game. Score. Bengals playing with something to prove these next at least the next two more weeks so they can get even to 500. Bengals wins this game. Let's see. 32-13. Deshaun Watson loses the starting position, and then you want to hear ears of who can willing to take his trade, or should we buy him out? Deshaun doesn't look the same. He looks uninterested in football now. He's just out there because he's getting paid to do it. Um, it has to be he has to have some kind of something to rejuvenate him to being not to say that the Deshaun Watson of old, but have some kind of enthusiasm. Right now, he looked like he's just out there to be out there. So let's just go with that. Bengals win large, large number deficit in points. 30, 32 to 13, something like that. That's my prediction for that game. Next game we have up. We have Green. Oh, things going the right way now. All right, so the next game we have Texans versus the Packers, which is going to be a great game. Love versus Stroud. Houston has been playing lights out. Love has been playing great since he's came back from his injury. Houston is 5-1 currently. Packers are 4-2. This is Are we good? All right, we good. We back. The server is going crazy for the company I'm using. Um, EV Monks. Yeah, how about the? We need to talk. All right, so the next game up we have the 3-2 and 3 Dolphins versus the 3-3 Colts. Dr. Kyle's Colts versus the Miami Dolphins. I have no clue of anybody that I can say that is a Miami Dolphins fan. If you ain't from uh Decatur or whatever it is down there. Um, so in this game, I'm going with Dr. Kyle and your Colts. Doc, your Colts win, and I don't. Is Richardson coming back this week? I have no idea. We know two is not. I think Miami should be looking for a trade to get a quarterback right now because I don't think Tua is going to be uh, a factor in the near future. But with that being said, I got the Colts winning. Colts will go to 4-3. Miami will start mumbling about a bunch of stuff they already had a couple weeks ago. They went to Cheetah and asked him did he ask for a trade and all this other stuff. So they're trying to stir up some stuff over there. But I believe. Let me change the news on the ticker too. My bad. My bad. We in football. We not doing it. We doing NFL. All right. Uh. So I'm thinking I'm going with the Colts winning this game. I don't think it's going to be high scoring. I'm thinking maybe 20-10, 20-10 Colts. Colts go to 4-3. Miami goes to 2-4, and there will be some rumbling going on around there, even though they know they don't have a quarterback right now that's legitimate. Um, so with that being said, on to next game. Next game we do have. Uh, I gotta say I gotta call him Daddy.
Pause. You said something gay.
Lions versus the Vikings. Then again, we might have a competitive uh game of the weeks. I think this might give me that. Yeah, yeah, buddy. This might be the game of the week as well. Lions versus the Vikings. Lions are currently 4-1 at the whipping our ass and taking us to the potty, patting us on our back, making us burp. That's my Cowboys. Um, versus the Vikings, who are undefeated, who's nobody talking about. Nobody is talking about it. Doc, what up? What up? What up, Watts? My guy, what up? I appreciate you locking in. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, brother. Um, but yeah, let me know how y'all feel about these predictions. The Lions, yeah, Lions and Tigers and Bears. Oh boy, I don't want to see another animal the rest of the season, as far as my Cowboys are concerned. But they're playing the Vikings, and this game is a this game is a appreciate that. Appreciate that for real. I really do. This game is going to be a tough one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. This is going to be like that Houston and Green Bay game. I think this is going to be bloody. This is going to be a bloody game. But I might have to give the slight edge to Vikings this week because of Hutchinson's injury on the defense. And he plays a great and significant part on that defensive line for that defense in general. So I don't know how that defense is going to play without him. I would have to get a slight edge to Vikings right now. I really do. I don't want to, because deep down inside I say the Lions is going to win this game because they got something to play for as well as the chip on their shoulder they had already. But that Hutchinson injury is a difference. It definitely is a difference. So let me think of something. Let me see something. What I got in here.
I'm going down as a legend, whether or not you like me or not.
Let me see. Let's go Vikings. I'm gonna just go Vikings. This is gonna be a tough game to decide, but I'm gonna go Vikings. This game, yeah, yes. Let's go Vikings. And I think this game is gonna be a tough game. Let's go 24-21. No, let's go 27-24. 27-24 Vikings. I think I hate giving this score because in selecting Vikings, but I believe the Vikings is going to win this game. I really believe the Vikings is going to win this game. So let's go with the Vikings 27-24. Let me know what y'all think. Next up. Woo! Danny Dimes versus Dak Hurts or Jalen Prescott. Which one will we see this week? Sirianni, he got issues. He's out there fighting the crowd and shit. So we don't know. But I think Saquon's going to have a monster game because they're going to force feed this shit out of Saquon this weekend. I ain't going to lie. I got to take the Beagles over the Giants. Fuck, I hate saying this, but I take the Beagles over the Giants. Uh, Saquon goes for over a buck 25 rushing, all purpose yards. He's gonna have like a buck 80, but a buck 25 passing. I mean rushing. Um, Danny Dimes over there. He'll get them about 13 points. Eagles will have some. They still have some little issues on defense as well. So, and I'm hoping that shout out to Jalen, but I'm hoping Jalen has a better game. Even though I don't want the team to win, I like Hurts. You know what I'm saying? I always root for the underdog because there's a lot of y'all Beagles fans that were saying that he's not who he's supposed to be, and lately he's been showing that. But prior to them taking y'all to the Super Bowl, y'all was Jalen Harris fans. But anyway, you know how y'all do, front runners. Let's do the Beagles over the Giants. Beagles look real good this week, and they get they put up numbers. Giants look hard. They did this hard. Well, then again, their defense ain't been playing that bad. It's just the offense just stink. So let's do 28-16 the Eagles. 28-16 Eagles. Next. The Raiders versus the Rams. So here we go. Vegas Raiders after trading Devontae Adams and getting who knows back versus the LA Rams and my cousin Terrence's Rams. I'm going with the Rams. Raiders lose again. The TV show, the sports game will be all about the Devontae Adams trade. That's all they're going to talk about with the Raiders. Where do they go from here? Rams get a win. They go to 2-4. Raiders go to 3-5. Terrence, your team gets a win. Score, who knows? I just think Rams wins this game. This is not one of those games that's interesting. That's a 4:00 game. Next up, we had the Commanders. Mr. Daniels himself takes Commanders. I ain't even going to spend a lot of time on this game. The Commanders himself, Mr. Daniels himself, takes the Commanders to a 5-2 record after they take the loss last week to Baltimore. Panthers are still trying to decide what the hell to do over there. Next. Whoa. There's there's 3 good games this week. When I say good ass games, these are 3 good ass games this week. We had the Chiefs versus the Niners. Mahomes versus Purdy. Ain't this a Super Bowl matchup again? Ain't that what happened a couple years ago? A year ago? A couple years ago? Something like that. So, with that being said, no McCaffrey, because he fucked my fantasy football up. But anyway, no McCaffrey. Chiefs are at whole, except for they lost a running back. But that don't stop Andy Reid. Chiefs go to 6-0. This is gonna be a tough game too. Oh man, this is gonna be a tough game. How can I put a score up there that just looks like, let's just say 26-27? I'll make it interesting. 26-27, the Chiefs win. Chiefs win 26-27. Next up, Dr. Kyle and his Jets versus the Steel Curtain and the Steelers. The Steelers, whoa, that's a Sunday night game. I'll see y'all in the recap for that one, buddy. Next, Bucks. That's a Monday night game. I'll see y'all in the recap for that one, buddy. Oh, doubleheader Monday night games. I'll see y'all in the recap for that one, buddy. With that being said, the show is over. We had WNBA Finals tonight at 8:00. Please lock in with these ladies. Game 5, win or go home. Lynx versus Liberty. It's been a great series. Don't forget, 8 o'clock on ESPN. Shout out to the Liberty. Shout out to the Lynx. May the best team win. Go, ladies. Shout out to SB, Real Talk, so Real Take Over Fake Debates. Lock in him on his YouTube channel. Shout out to Dr. Kyle, Black Psychologist Podcast. Let me see what.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
Not at all. Yeah. Shout out to Dr. Kyle, the Black Psychologist Podcast. Please lock in with him if y'all have any kind of issues that you need to get off to talk about. Dr. Kyle is there. Black Psychologist Podcast. Please lock in with him. S&T Smokehouse Barbecue. I can't tell y'all how good the shit is because y'all got to taste it your goddamn self. But let you know, I don't eat a lot of food from outside sources. But this barbecue smokehouse, oh my gosh. Thank you, Jesus, for bringing them in my life. Coleslaw, oh my gosh. Give them they roses. Who else we got? Best of 7 Sports Podcast, my man Seven Mitchell. I gotta holler at you too, bro. I ain't heard from you in a minute. Hopefully everything's okay. BA, get your bars up media. That's what you go to if y'all want to talk about this battle rap music and stuff like that. BA's all the way in the house with that stuff. Please lock in with Over Helmet on his YouTube channel as well. Like I said, S&T Smokehouse Barbecue and Delights. I forgot. Let me add the Delights on there because she does the custom cakes. When I say custom cakes, I mean custom cakes, not just regular cake. I'm talking about custom cakes. We'll have some pictures eventually soon as well on that as well. So definitely get up with them. My bro Alfie in the lounge, the pool lounge tournaments and everything. That's what we do, man. Appreciate you locking in with me. Dr. Kyle, Real Takes Those Fake Debates, Alfie, Doc Watts. Who else I got in here that commented? B, of course, locking in early. Mont, K, Peen. Oh, y'all, I appreciate all of y'all, man. We will be back tonight on the In the Basement Sports Podcast, live podcast, or for the afternoon recap tonight at 7:15. God willing. God willing. You know what I'm saying? We will be doing that. Allure du Jour Catering. Holla at us. I will have the promos up soon. Key Vandaway. Shout out to my bro, Vandaway Photography. Shout out to, who else am I missing? Am I missing anybody else? If I am, blame my mind, not my heart. But these promos will start to get going so we can get it, you know what I mean, get it crack-lacking around her. You know what I'm saying? Around her. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, yo, check your fantasy football. Y'all got about 10, 15 minutes before y'all check your lineups. I did mine already. Last week I blew a gasket, told y'all, and then fixed my lineup. It was the worst thing ever because I done lost like 60 points just because I didn't do that. But with that being said, man, you in the basement with your boy Next Step and K. Hopefully K will be here for the recap later on this evening. I appreciate y'all locking in with me. I'll see y'all this evening. I will see y'all this evening on the recap show. 7:15. You in the basement with your boy Next Step and K. Until later on, peace.
Take notes, niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. While I take totes, relax and take notes. While I take totes of the marijuana smoke, relax and take notes. While I take totes, relax and take notes. While I take totes of the